to be a prio pick here at MPLI 2023, even in the grand finals. The change, that slight bit of change. Wolf. It was the ultimate that got nerfed, the base damage, and now slowly but surely, Moonton, they're readjusting it back.
He's back.
You're right.
Okay.
Thank you.
When you're looking at RSG PH, Matilda is not open, but we know that they can pick up the Guinevere right now. And typically what they answer with the Fredrin is, again, the 1-1. They can pick it up right now, but knowing RSG Philippines, they might just resolve for something like a Beatrix earlier on. So I'm thinking Guinevere plus Beatrix for RSG Philippines.
Let's see what it is. It's the Martis and the 1-1, not the Beatrix. They want to go for some big playmaking. It's a lot of momentum for RSG, so it kind of already fits their playstyle. By the way, another fun fact for you guys watching back at home, we've got a lot of fans in the building, almost a full house. It's only the right side, a very small part where we don't see people, but for the rest of it, it's full, and I can hear the chants for Echo. Wow.
I mean, we saw that at M4, right? I think everyone was expecting with a full PH Grand Finals, especially in a World Championship level in Jakarta, with no Indo teams, you would expect, oh man, you know, it's gonna be a what's the opposite of a full house? An empty house, right? An empty house. But you know, here it is. The Indo fans, they still show up, they still show support, understanding that at the end of the day, we are all part of one community, and we all share the same love for the game. And with that being said, let's head into the second phase. We see the Angela and the Guinevere taken away by Echo PH. Ixia is the option for RSG PH to take out. And I think we've seen these swaps coming through, the Faramis and the Valentina. So far, it hasn't worked out. But why do you think this is the case here for Echo?
I believe that it's comfort. Sanji, this is what I want to take note about Echo, especially for MPLI. They will just resolve to their comfort picks. I think that they're the more comfortable they are, the better decisions they make in-game. It might not matter if the composition of the enemy is stronger or like if it's more meta, you know, more fit in the meta. If they pick up the heroes that they're comfortable with, like the Valentino for Sanji, eventually there could be a Cho for JP. And the Minotaurs perhaps get the carry even at this point for Echo. You know that they can make better decisions in-game when they have comfortable heroes.
I acknowledge that and I appreciate that sentiment for Echo, but does that not make them predictable?
It does.
Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, they have the smallest hero pool shown so far here at MPLI.
Exactly, and that has been the trait for Echo. Doesn't matter if their hero pool is smaller compared to others, they play it well. They just are going to be guns a-blazing, battering rams, going onto your opponents, and now RSG. Typically, when they see this Claude, they pick up something like a Yu Zhong. But maybe something like a Terizla might be the better choice for RSG Philippines in this case. Because of the presence of this 1-1 so that they have a lot of frontline, then Franco is also a hero that they pick up together with the 1-1 so that they have guaranteed ways of securing the crossbow tank. Instead, it's the Paquito.
I am the power of light
and the Kaja, of
For
course.
Nats, he loves it, always. And for Light, a very solid hero to have some lockdown there to provide a bit more of an easy road for the 1-1 to crack those weakness points and win these team fights. But look at the end of this draft for Echo. Against the 1-1, against a whole lot of dash, they pick up a Phobius and flex the Arlet to the roam, to JP.
With all due fairness, it was JP who first did the Arlet roam in MPL Philippines playoffs. Did it again in the group stages, and now in the grand finals, going to be using it. Fits the profile of how Echo wants to play this game. They want to play aggressively, and with this Phobius, knowing that his matchup is going to be the Paquito, it's just impossible to lane in that case. That's why I really like this Phobius last pick coming out from Echo. And it's almost instant the way that they picked it, right? They know that this Phobius will win in that matchup.
And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the first step to crowning the MPLI 2023 champions. We're brought through these amazing graphics. Thank you, production team, once again. But here it is, the PH Grand Finals. We have Echo on one side, RSG on the other, as we bring you into the land of Dawn for the first game in this best-of-5 series. Let's get it.
Hey, in the bottom lane, XP Sanford already gonna be bullied here by Nats and Light, trying to go for a very early cut to the game. Kaltizi and Demon Kite as well. Fredrin versus Martis. This matchup, who's it favored for?
Ooh, Fredrin versus Mars. I still feel it's going to be Fredrin. Like, there's a lot more ways for him to recover. But when it comes to snowballing, especially with the Kaja that you can secure the kills with, you're gonna go with the Martis in the early stages of the game. And one thing I'm really concerned about for RSG PH, and I think I said it in the draft, was the laning stage of the Paquito versus the Phobius, how Phobius-sided it is. But RSG PH, the way that they fixed it is, put Light in there. It's a 2v1, and they clear the waves fast. If you get level 2 on the Paquito, you're at least survivable against a Phobius.
It's that mid-trio strength that they're trying to convert onto, right? They're trying to close in that hole with that, and I understand this. You can already see it starting to work. This mid-trio with Light, Aqua, as well as Demon Kite already just really punishing Kaltizi in his own jungle, giving, I would say, Demon Kite a little bit of a early start, but Sanji already with that early burnt flicker in the game. Good resource to take out right before this neutral objective.
An exchange of battle spells down below. RSG PH still leading a bit in the gold department, both setting up for the neutral objective that spawns in 12.
Gonna be a lot of team fighting tools coming out from Mako. They have so much dashes, and this is the AP Brent combo with the Final Slash plus the Phobius. You activate your Final Slash as guaranteed ultimate coming out from Sanford. In fact, Echo, they do have a lot of ways to kind of secure that Sanford will be able to get the dash out, get the ultimate out.
Power Spike level 4 for both Nats and Aqua. Demon Kite walking forward. Mortal Coil gonna be able to get popped in, but Sanji is the one who steals it despite 2 Retribution as Brazer's Wrath coming down. Nats gets saved by a Nether Realm, and now is able to dash away. Demonic Force though. Nats gets the shielding. Sanford gets baited in. Light now. Divine Judgment pulling him back. Flicker all the way. Sanford still able to escape right now as that's a Shadow Stampede to bring JP and Sanji again back. It's
That was...
one for all?
That was...
Nobody died.
Well, yeah, but at least Echo was still able to get that neutral objective over, and I think it's funny, right? Because in the drafting phase, I asked you the exact question, why pick up a Valentina now? It doesn't feel like the perfect, I would say, counter setup towards the strong Faramis pick with the IMU, but it turns out it might be for a different reason. Like you mentioned, Sanji on the Valentina, comfortable hero, a power pick for him, and he's able to grab that turtle under the noses of both of the junglers.
Sometimes it happens. Alright though, RSG are putting a lot of emphasis onto the top lane, which is the right thing to do because it's a flood, but in comes Echo.
Final Slash not connecting even with the Flicker. Imanto able to get the Purify out. The Benny Cutie follows, able to Blazing Duet under the turret. Now it's Light who's going to be targeted down. Aqua coming back in. That's a pullback onto Benny. The turret targeting Divine Judgment as well by Light to lock Sanji down, but a good Flicker ensures his safety, gets him out. Now it's DK who's coming down. 1 Decimate, and it could be the end of this Echo win. But it's 1-0 still. They fall back in the right time.
It's gonna be very close for sure, and I think that we're waiting for the important items. For example, Sanford, I think it's always the second item for the Phobius, especially from the XP lane. You wait for your Clock of Destiny first, and then your first item be the Dominant Size. I think that will be a very important item for Echo to work with because it is that item that kind of prevents Faramis to be good in the team fights, and also it kind of nullifies what Demon Kite can do. And Echo are gonna be fine just waiting for their right timing because they're rocking a Claude. And they have so much protection for that Claude. Late game is definitely Echo's cherry.
Nats jumps in, gets a knockout strike 2 times. Demonic Force now used up by Sanford. The Ghost Bursters and the Final Slash bringing Light back right now. Sanford pops into Demonic Force once again. Kaltizi and Demon Kite. It's going to be Demon Kite who wins the retry battle now as it's an all-in with a Blazing Duet as well. Nether Realm HP getting rid of instantly as Light flickers out. Demon Kite now with a Mortal Coil defensively. Crossbow attack is ready. Nats wants to go in. Sanji is down with an all-in. It's another crossbow attack for the team fight onto JP now and out to Kaltizi, who's forced to run away, but with the weakness finder, it slows you down for Aman to get a double.
And that's a 4-0 trade in favor of RSG PH. That was an interesting turn of events because face value in that neutral objective contest, Carl Teasy was a level below of Demon Kite, so they didn't really actually need to go for that engage. They lost the neutral objective, and they gave the momentum back to RSG PH. What do you think about that?
There were so many micro outplays. That's what I saw from that game. For example, Eman was able to stand his ground and get into the zone where Sanford will be receiving 3 stacks of the weakness points. Then additionally, you saw how Nats timed it perfectly, catching 3 members of Echo with a knockout strike. It almost looks like a Minoan Fury from his perspective. And not only that, Aqua, his timing on the NetherRealm is actually pretty good. I think it is one thing that I commended in the previous series, or actually it was yesterday, when he uses the NetherRealm to tank the damage and not save his teammate first. So what he did was, when the Blazing Duet was out, instantly go for the NetherRealm. Don't wait for your teammates' HP to be low.
Wait a minute, Nats. Very aggressive maneuvers here. Whoa, an even more aggressive maneuver by Benny Cutie with a Blazing Duet, as that's the final slash to displace Nats. But there's another round by Aqua in that bush just waiting.
That's 2.2k gold lead for RSG PH. With that kill over to Amon, I still do see a very distinct gold difference between these gold laners.
Mainly because Amon is 2-1 and 2. And Echo, they're just smoking. At this point, they will try to still contest this one. Level 8, Carl Teasy. Level 11, Demon Kite.
3 levels?
Carl Teasy not having a good game right now, but Divine Judgment locks JP down. That's a crossbow tang as well by Iman, but it's going to be tanked up in another realm. Demon Kite wins out the Red Tree battle. Now it's Nats in the back line. JP going to be taken low, but the taunt there saves him for a bit. Aqua follows it up and finds another. Sanford in the back gets another. It's a 1-for-1 trade in the team fight so far. Carl Teasy gets a massive Appraiser's Wrap, but Demon Kite's back in with a Mortal Coil, chasing Benny down. Sanford rotating over. That's Demon Kite, way too overextended and punished by Echo.
2-for-1 trade, but Echo still, no, RSG PH still pick up that neutral objective. Are these trades ultimately good for Echo? I mean, they've been forcing all these team fights. They have been getting a little bit of kills, but at the end of the day, it's still RSG PH with the gold lead.
Absolutely not good for Echo. It's mainly because Carl Teasy is losing on gold, and surely you did take out Demon Kite, but having, what, 2 levels up on your jungler, it's really unforgivable for Echo. They really need Benny Cutie to do the heavy lifting now. And speaking of heavy lifting, we're talking about Nats being the hook for RSG PH. I think he's activated. He's smashing right now.
Knockout strike. Oh, Betty's running away. The final slash doesn't connect onto Nats. Forces a whole lot of resources from inside of Echo. And JP is going to be the one caught Demon Kite. You dash to him and he decimates you.
RSG Philippines are on a different level right now. And I think that the fact that they played in the earlier series with a massive win against AB Brent, their morale is much better compared to Echo because of the momentum. And I think that you can see it through the way that they are handling their heroes, their characters. It kind of seems fluid for RSGPH. What I'm trying to say here is RSGPH looked like a team like well warmed up, well oiled up. I think that they have better decision making compared to Echo.
So why do you think that is? I mean, this is not something that I recognize from Echo. They understand that they're in a tough position, yet they keep forcing the same thing, looking for a different output, but the return is exactly the same. They're still losing trades.
Yeah.
Why do they keep forcing it?
I guess because it's they feel comfortable with their signature heroes. They feel very comfortable with their draft. Honestly, I also don't agree with their decision making, but here we are. They're gonna contest once again.
Let's see if Echo can look for a big fight. It's Divine Judgment time. Light gets it. Another realm instantly by Sanji. A big resource for another. 1-for-1 in the resource battle. Sanford though. Demonic Force now into the mid lane. Nats and Iman need to be very safe. The Demonic Force continues over to Iman, and now there's another round from Aqua forced out. Crossbow tang now used up already. That's a flicker defensively by Sanji as they look for the Lord. Demon Kite versus Carl Teasy. Sanford low and a Decimate. 2 Decimates from Demon Kite. The Mortal Coil as well. It's not just 2 Demon Kites. It's 3. It's 4. It's a Maniac for DK.
But Carl Teasy, against all odds, was still able to pick up that Lord? What?
It's all about wasting the resources of Echo with the Demonic Force activated on 2 members of RSG Philippines. Aqua once again with the timing on the NetherRealm saves his teammates and puts Sanford as well as JP in a very bad spot. You can see that when they tried to go back to their team to kind of respond with their teammates, what happened was they were nailed down by Demon Kite. And obviously the damage output was enough. Finding Kaltizi. And again, Echo didn't have any chance to win that team fight, especially because they're down so much gold and EXP. And they suffered the results. They lose 4, they lose the Lord.
And it was so unfortunate that Sanji had to waste that Nether Realm right before they even went for an engage. And I think that would have been a very valuable resource if they want to play that long-term team fight, especially against Aqua.
Yeah. Demon Kite 5-1 and 5. And fortunately for Echo, they did steal that Lord. That's why they will have a little bit of farm, a little bit of a way to farm up. Benecuting already up with a Corrosion Scythe. Nevertheless, the defense will be there for RSG PH in all lanes.
Now for Echo, they're gonna really have to dig deep to find a way back into this game. 3 base turrets is all that is left of Echo's base. RSG PH, we know what happens when they get the snowball rolling. It's no longer a snowball, it's a death ball. And they're utilizing it here in game number 1. Like you said, Wolf, with the momentum of the last series victory as well.
Yeah. You can feel it. You can feel how they move. It's very fluid. Even Nats is not making any kind of mistake. He is on point. And even Demon Kite with what? This is probably the 3rd game of the day for the Martis. As he's playing that Martis, he loves it. Kind of feels like he's improving his movements every single game.
What about the items here? 11 minutes in. I mean, can Benny QT still come back and hold the team on his shoulders?
Yeah.
What about his items? He's 3 items in.
Yeah, the fact that he is just 400 gold behind Eman, that's actually pretty good for Echo. And also another important item is the Winter Truncheon available for Sanford. I can imagine that more members of Echo will eventually get that item to counter this 1-1. But most specifically for Sanford, that is very important. The item timing will be great for the team.
Hopes that they can win that team fight that way. Now though, RSG PH, it feels like they're playing their usual strategy, does it not? Aqua on the Faramis, you have Nats just continuously controlling these side lanes back and forth, and even now he's starting to manipulate to set up for the neutral objective take. This is typical RSG PH.
That's right.
They got the comfort picks.
Comfort picks and comfort plays now too.
All right, JP walking forward, Divine Judgment instantly lock him down, and that's him taken out. Not even a crossbow, a tang by Yamani holds it in. Sanji stole the Nether Realm, but now it's also used up. Kaltizi is inside of that Lord Pit right now. Iman going forward, baiting out a few of these demonic forces from Sanford as Kaltizi goes at it with Demon Kite right now. It's a 1v1 retry battle, and it's the GOAT, Kaltizi, who finds the Lord, but Iman gets a solo kill. Now it's an all-in to the bottom side, a knockout strike to bring Sanji all the way to the Decimate. That's him taken down. Now it's Carl against the world, and the world wins. The Decimate takes him out to give Demon Kite 2.
What is that retribution by Carl Tease? I mean, 2 times he was able to win it against Demon Kite. No. But now, Nat's going to be able to punch Benny Cutie back into his base. But that was actually a really good 1v1 between Aman and Sanford earlier on that Aman eventually won. And this is it, RSG PH. This is their very own rumbling.
Final slash, only onto light. And it's only Benny who can clear these waves. Single target damage, man, you're not going to be able to clear all of it. And it's a base turret, despite Echo being the ones to secure the neutral objective.
You gotta have to hand it to the GOAT, the young GOAT, able to steal that Lord even when he was actually a level behind.
Exactly.
And I see that he is actually juggling between the taunt as well as the knockup coming out from the Fredrin. But even more so, he was really much on point with the retribution. And that's something that you can give to Carl Teasy for sure. Still not level 15. But RSG Philippines, that snag coming out from Light onto JP. They even forced the Nether Realm, and they want more.
Good reaction by Benny Cutie right there. Now the whole team's baited out. The final slash from JP. That's a big one with a flicker comboed in. Now it's another round. The demonic force falling through all the way to the back line. Iman giving him a lot of resources to just continue to pop this demonic force. Echo on the chase. Iman finally getting out of that range, getting into the base turret. But now it's Echo who are fighting, who are winning the fight despite a 4,000 gold deficit. Demon Kite, Mortal Coil, giving them enough space to clear the minions out. It's Aqua with the Ghost Bursters. Echo, do they have a chance to completely win this? Let's see, the conceal used up by JP, all just to back away for now.
What in the world happened there? Light gets taken out and instantly Echo's able to hold back the ball?
Echo just super on point when it comes to identifying some weaknesses from their opponents, even when they're behind. They found an opening onto the front lines, and the RSG PH utilized their nether realm just to save Light. Then eventually they took over. As long as they are zoning out Eman, they're going to be A-okay. And the fact that Sanford has now reached critical mass, I think that he has his 4th item already, it makes it so that he is the nuisance. Obviously, he deals the damage and he's very tanky, but more so, it's a disruptor for RSG PH. It's like he destroys the formation of RSG Philippines. So, in the coming team fights in the late game, Sanford's role will be so important for the team.
But being able to zone out Amon is one thing, right?
Yeah.
Core damage dealer for RSG PH, but if we take a look at the damage dealt, it's actually Aqua at #1 in the leaderboard.
That's very true. That's why Carl TZ went in for the Athena shield. I reckon Benny Cutie will have to consider it also. They can see that he can easily be bursted down because of that. So yeah, you really have to take care of Eman, but you also have to take care of Aqua.
And now I'm worried, right? Demon Kite and Carl TZ, they're both at level 15. At this point, with a 5k gold difference, it feels like it doesn't matter. It feels like a 50-50.
Yes. It's all about the Nether Realms now, actually. From both Sanji as well as Aqua. It's all about who is better at zoning out. Nat's already put low.
Lord Dan still resetted here. Both teams do not want to go for the full commitment, especially RSG, who've been in the lead and are still in the lead for now. It's Light, Divine Judgment locking Carl TZ down. Amon with a rotation! The final slash with the Appraiser's Blast was dodged away from because of the final slash. Now it's a demonic force onto the demon himself, Demon Kite, and onto Light and Amon. Demon Kite getting out the Vengeance, not able to get fully resetted there. But look at the crossbow tanks. Sanford might just be outplayed here. That's what Blazing do it from Benny Cutie onto the back, and he finds the big play to shut Amon down. Now it's Light concealed in, flickering forward, Benny! With the immortality, and now it's Sanji, super low, taken out, knocked out by Nats. In game #1, it's still a 2-for-2 in the 17th minute. Aqua trying to find a good angle to look for another, but it's equal. Wow.
The legend himself, man. Benny, what?
Oh my goodness.
That was beautiful. The outplays coming through, coming in with the last second. That decision of making championship blood running through his veins, that critical last moment really won him an equilibrium with RSG PH here in the 17th minute.
To think really through. Sanford went in for the play, went for Demonic Force onto Eman. He knows that Eman eventually will get the stacks and will get the ultimate. And when he activated the Winter Truncheon, he made it so that he is very low, that he would actually wait for that suppression to be out. And then when he is about to get back out of the frozen state, that was when Benny Cutie went in with the BMI. That was really smartly played by Echo.
And now it's back to this, back to square one, back to this Lord Dance. Ladies and gentlemen, almost 19 minutes in, we're back to this Lord Tango coming through. And again, right, Nats still trying to be that detrimental force in that bottom side, pushing in that far lane. And what does that do for his team? It actually is able to bring Stanford out of the team in hopes that Amon will be a little bit more free if it comes to a team fight.
Light and Eman holding the long bush for Carl TZ.
Ooh, all the weakness point popped in. Look at that, half HP instantly. That's Carl TZ, the main frontliner of Echo.
Yeah, we gotta have to watch out for the Benny Cutie plays, by the way, at this stage for Echo.
Light, conceal, JP with a good cancel, the final splash, displacing Light right now. That's gonna be the taunt as well. Chain CC onto Light, no Divine Judgment used up just yet, but now JP is still in the midst, and Mon gets all the weakness points right now, but it's not gonna be able to pop it in just yet. As Sanford jumps in and zones him away. The Demonic Force follows through all the way, and Mon brought back under the tier 2. Aqua comes in with the save of the Nether Realm. Now it's Sanford again in the midst of it all, with another Realm as well, but aside of Sanji and a Winter Truncheon as well. But Sanford should fall here with another HP damage coming in, but the Divine Judgment from Light catches a Benny Cutie with a blazing duet. Sanji locked down and now taken out by Iman. RSG PH, they win a fight purely through micro.
Oh my goodness! Eman, I've seen that before. It was a Marquis-esque play. Back in season, what, 10? They countered the Phobius. And RSG, oh my god, they're gonna end it. They went for the
Flicker
juggler.
and a divine judgment to end it all. The final slash will truly be the final one of the game, as Echo will fall in game number 1.
Wow.
Amazing.
I'm still at a loss for words with that play by
Because-
RSG. What?
The team fight before that, it was Echo outwitting.
So some budding rivalry here on the caster desk. But here it is, game number 2, drafting phase. RSG PH as well as Echo. Still on the same side though.
Yep.
Aramis banned out. Now that's a big adjustment from
That's a big
Echo.
advantage. And that's a very important one at that. Do you go Fredrin now if you're RSG, or do you go Guinevere so that you're safe? Because it is flex pick. Was Guinevere totally ignored in the previous game? Can't remember anymore.
There was a ban, last
There
ban
was
by
a ban.
Echo.
Okay. So I'm thinking about that Gwyn for RSG PH, probably one of the safer picks.
Your team is
Yes,
picking.
it is. So Echo, do you go back to the 1-1 Fredrin?
No, they go for the Guinevere first, and then maybe they can go for the 1-1.
1-1 Fredrin, I think.
1-1 Frederick from Echo. I mean, his daughter, he named his daughter 1-1.
Who?
Benny Cutie.
Really?
right.
Yeah, it's his main hero.
Oh my god,
That's
that's so cute.
It is. When I
So
found
cute.
out about that, I was like, I thought my chat was trolling me.
Yeah,
But then I found out, I was like, wow,
it's
1-1.
true.
1-1.
That's right.
Good name.
Good name.
At least it's not 2-2.
See value in me?
Jeez.
All
Your
right.
team is
All right.
You should.
We are 3 for 3 so far.
It's like when Wolf is
On the
talking
desk.
about the bands
Uh-huh.
and the picks. It's like I don't want to talk. Because
Why
I know
not?
he's right.
This guy's just
So
gonna
I
pick
might as well
everything.
just give it.
Wolf, take it over.
Yeah, take it over. The drafting phase podcast by
Arlette,
Wolf.
perhaps. Oh, they steal the Angela. I like this a lot. But that means Echo might just go back to
Wait, Angela Baxia?
pretty strong
Baxi
combo.
EXP?
Guinevere
it's
Rome.
Guinevere Rome, perhaps.
Angela Mid.
Angela Mid. That's right. That's right. Do you go back to the Arlette if you're Echo with this kind of draft? You kind of need a way to protect yourself from the jump from the Basha as well as the Angela. So yeah, I'm thinking about Arlette or maybe Edith actually, so that they can output the damage at least. They usually pair this 1-1 with a way to protect it.
Yep, a way to protect it or a way to enable it, right? With a
Yeah.
lockdown hero like a
The body
Kaja
suffers.
or cover.
Your team
And they say no, more aggression.
Wow.
Offense is the best defense to a lot of teams, and I think for
punch
Echo,
for a punch.
that saying is very
Your
true.
team
Yeah.
is banning.
They will now be targeting the Nats zeros with a Paquito ban. RSG, they can look to ban out some of the mages that will be difficult for them to deal with. Something like Valentina.
What about Lilia?
But Lilia, yes, you're correct. I like Lilia.
Because what I'm seeing from RGPH is now like, okay, let's try do the similar thing that we were able to do with the strong mid lane trio.
Yes.
Clear fast, and I think that the Lilia really comes in. Oh, what?
Very
Okay.
That's why you should not stop talking. Well done. I like the Lilia.
Lilia gets banned.
Yeah, it's really a good ban. Now, Echo might consider banning out Yuzhong,
Tremble in
but
my
Povius,
presence.
obviously, they have a lot of dashes. Yep, very nice ban. So again, what's another mid lane that can actually outscale the Angela? Maybe
Outscale?
yeah, in a,
Damage. I'll say, especially for Sanji, Valentina will be a
Valentina.
good choice
yeah.
to go for, right? It's a hard guard that can be stolen away. There's a lot of damage as well.
Yeah.
Magic in the late game that can outscale RSG PH. This is a dive comp that they're going
I am
for.
the power of light
I think it's
incarnate.
safer.
Kaja. He banned Kaja instead. All right.
I was thinking Sanji, I really like him on his artillery heroes, but Barca
Yeah.
with this is a...
Yeah.
Against a
Too
boxer
scary.
here with a hard guard, that's
Yeah.
like,
That's
it's
a
almost
dive.
suicide, right?
That's why
It's
Kadita would be another option, but it's banned
Banned
out.
taken away. RSG PH really thought about the draft, what
Yves?
they're going to go for next.
Yves might
We've
be
seen the Yves come back. I believe it was yesterday. Haji picked it up, the Yves. They were winning up to a point when Zorn said no more.
Yeah. I guess they will be forced to go for the Valentina now for Echo. Because they don't have much choices.
I didn't cure the pain.
Your
I
team
okay.
is
Yeah.
picking.
Valentina. RSG, they're looking for a marksman. They typically go for Beatrix. Go with against the 1-1. And maybe the next choice should be something like a Clint, but there's there's a lot of dive. So
What about Irithel?
Yeah,
Irithel?
I was about to say the Iridol.
Especially with the Angela, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
With the Angela, with proper dive, good mobility, and this is not just a winning lane, a dominant lane against the 1-1. Very tough for the 1-1. Unless Echo rotates over, gets a roamer that can really nail the Aerosol down. I think with a Purify, it's very safe. Hey, another good choice would be a Clint, I was thinking about, right? If you really want to just counter 1-1. But Claude, it's just a pick that will have a farm lane against the 1-1. Both of them farming, waiting for the same power spike.
And it's a Claude Irithel too. Sorry, Claude plus the Angela. Okay.
Angela.
Do you go Grok now if you're Echo?
For the might of Taurus.
No, Minotaur. Okay. Makes a lot of sense against the Claude. I believe that RSG PH, they have a meta game kind of lineup. Meaning to say that they have the strongest heroes in the meta game. For example, the Baksha, knowing that it has the help of the Angela in the early stages, and Baksha is a hero that is faster when it comes to jungling compared to a Fredrin. It's a little bit faster. They are very comfortable with this. It's a Demon Kite special too. So they got, it's a shopping spree for both teams. Because Echo now gets their signature heroes instead.
Now they rely on Comfort to try to get the deal done this time around. It's also what gave them the win against AP Bren. Against the tournament favorites, they went for Comfort. Sanford on the Benedetta, a playmaking hero, a mechanical hero.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are moments away of jumping into the Land of Dawn. For the second game in this best-of-5 series, into the Land of Dawn we go. For the second game, RSG PH and Echo PH. Who will be able to get the second game? Can Echo come back from this 1-0 deficit?
Ooh, 3 Brave Smites for the side of RSG. Sustain it really is the way to win for them.
Why is the 3 members of Echo in the middle? They're still not addressing the light rotation on the XP lane. I don't want to see it now. They're not gonna answer it. See, okay. So that's really the rotation.
And Sanford definitely gonna be punished by this, man. Even though he doesn't fall here, or maybe he might. But Petrify used up a battle spell very early on, and he loses a lot of his HP.
How did you predict that?
I don't
How
know.
did you know?
Because they've done it 3 times already. I think RSG are gonna keep on doing it until they lose, you know, until somebody figures it out. And Echo it kind of feels like they're not even addressing that situation. They just, the answer is just burn the Petrify, you're okay with it. Wait for your timing again. But that means that the lane was frozen. Actually, he might miss out on 1 EXP card.
Okay, bit of an early, very slow early game, as we are not really used to seeing this kind of early game. RGPH usually is able to get some more pressure down in that stage, but it seems like for both, they're just really going to bank on that first neutral objective battle. And for the in-game emblems, aside from the 3 Brave Smites, is there anything else that's interesting?
Guess none. I mean,
Wait,
typically...
3 or 4 Wilderness Blessings as well, by the way, for RSG.
They want to push up top again, but now Sanford has recovered. He will be able to collect the 2 catapults that he aims to get, and Sanji is also in here, so they can help out. There's a lot of focus on RGPH up top.
And Echo as well, they responded over. They know it's going to be the neutral objective that they're trying to fight for. Galtizi gets checked to half. Now going in onto Nats, knocking him up with a taunt as well. That's a lockdown. Nats has already used the ultimate earlier. Light now with the spatial migration. Echo gotta respect this. And so they do. But so does RSG. They know Nats is a bit too low. They need to wait for these cooldowns and these resources.
And it looks like the reset of the neutral objective. Meanwhile, below, what? Iman nearly gets taken down with the crossbow of Toe that actually is able to connect from Benny QT. But what's going on here?
Minifury, oh, it's a combo in with a Requiem, but it's still going to be Sanford who gets the kill with Sanji as well, and the Turtle. The San duo setting up for the GOAT to pick up a newt.
My God, they hit 3 of the members of RSGPH. There's no chance for them to get out of that, and surely Echo will be very happy about that. The delay, the reset on the Turtle. RSGPH might be scratching their heads after doing that to Echo, because now they were duly punished.
That's a 2K gold lead for Echo because of that 3-0 trade. And even Carl, once again, going to be able to pick up that neutral objective, that Turtle. And with this, Is there anything that we need to keep an eye out on, especially with like item power spike?
Yeah, second item for, I mean, I think 3 items for Benekit is what you need to look out for. And Sanford, I wonder what his first item will be. Seen different kind of approaches from the teams. Durance for Sanji, the Valentina. It's very, very early though, so I cannot blame him for doing that. Eventually, the damage will not be that good, but you remove the sustain coming out from Aqua at the early stages. That will be really good for the team fight of Echo.
JP wants to go in. That's a good knockup onto DK. Karl'Tezi with a bit of a follow-up, but the spatial migration connects onto it. The Abraser's Wrath used instantly. And Ultimate Fury, quicker combo, the hard guard used in, but he still is going to be bursted down. JP puts the hammer down and takes the kill onto Demon Kite as RSG PH are forced back in the 4th minute of the game.
So different to the outcome that we saw in game number 1, where it was Demon Kite being able to roam around the map, but here Karl'Tezi is actually looking for more onto light. He's able to get away for now, but again, right, Demon Kite already being punished twice in the first 4 minutes of the game, unable to get any hold of these neutral objective takes. Echo completely controlling it, despite me personally thinking that RGPH with this lineup with Demon Kite, with Aqua as well, they would be able to roam around a lot quicker. So why is it that Echo's holding that control?
The little bird, man. I don't know about him. Spatial migration coming down with the Requiem as well. JP gonna be locked up in the Petrify there, not used up just yet. Sanford looks for the right time, but it's only just one. JP taken down. Nats in the mid lane, crossbow tank, good flicker out, but it's now going to be placed onto Iman, a gold laner. It's Echo who lose a member, but it's overall RSGPH who lose more HP.
Demon Kite is level 7. Karl'Tezi might want to wait for level 8, but he still fights.
A good taunt. Both teams disengaging. Demon Kite already resetting with that orange buff. Now back to half HP, but both teams do not want to look for a commitment.
Yep. They want to go and get level 8 for both of their junglers. And of course, the mid lane being pushed out. Sanford doing the right play this time. I think the turtle dance is now going to be heavily in favor of Echo.
Seems like RNG just gave up on the turtle, just opening it up bit by bit, but DK, shield unity. He doesn't want to give up on this one. Karl'Tezi gets a good knockup and a taunt, but Nats is able to fend off from an engage. Now it's Sanford. It tries to zone. Yeah, it should be free here for Echo. Karl'Tezi doesn't even need to go with the retreat to secure it.
I'm not used to these team fights, these mind games. You must be super used to it, but light goes in.
Requiem and a spatial migration. Karl'Tezi is actually taking the turret aggro and will just get melted down. Demon Kite picks the kill up, and he's a level ahead of Karl now.
But the question is, what is he able to do with that kill, right? Sure, he's able to get a pick off to Karl'Tezi. Oh, Benny
Very aggressive maneuver right now. Is he going to be knocked up by the spatial migration? 1 HP. Benny still able to survive with the Minion Fury coming down. Benny looking for all the weakness points. My God, gets out. Wow.
Wow. I think that both roamers and supports are doing a great job for their own marksman, right? But Benny
What?
So low.
But he's still alive, and Light is not able to find that kill. But Echo aren't able to find any kills either unless Sanford rotates. That's a taunt. Now Light, still able to dash away. Karl'Tezi takes him down with a quick stab with that first kill.
I'm liking this. I mean, even with RC or trailing by 2,000 in the early stages, you would automatically assume that they will not be fighting. But they are actually forcing out the 1-1 in the early stage with a Claude. And this is the benefit of having the Angela. But then again, RSGPH, they still have to solve this. And Echo, both of the team's supports are doing a great job, like protecting their marksmen. So I'm very excited. Now, can we fast forward to the late game and see how they team fight? Because I think that's how that's gonna be very electric, you know?
It's hinting towards that for sure. And Aman still able to get out with the BMI, but Sanford again on this Benedetta, 1-0-2 so far. Do you think that he might be that X factor for Echo later on in these team fights?
Everybody's going to be an X factor for sure. But yeah, I think that they're key heroes. I think that every hero in this particular game can change the tides of the game.
Yeah.
Right? Even the Angela, the right amount of hard guard And the Cloud, of course, a win condition kind of hero.
Oh, Nats though, given enough space. Crossbow attack used up now with Minion Fury. Nats able to dodge away from that one. Goes in for a re-engage with the help of the hard guard. Light and Demon Kite going for the back line. Demon Kite with the shield unit now only locking JP down, but he's able to flick around now. Sanji maneuvering on, getting a Terrifying on the 3 members. Nats still able to survive for a bit, but Sanford comes in as a 3-man Petri, and Demon Kite and Light should be falling down to the Appraiser's Wrath, and another Sanford picks up the triple and gets out with 1 HP.
What did I tell you? What did I just say before that engage? Sanford now instantly 4-0-2, but amazing play by Sanford on his signature hero, but I gotta give props to Carl TZ. He made Amon a complete non-factor in that teamfight because he was able to zone him away in that mid lane. The perfect setup for Echo.
Oh, well done coming out from Echo, particularly their marksman as well as Sanford with a 3-man Petrify. One thing that we can actually anticipate from both teams is that they are not going to use their battle skills just for nothing. Like, even if they see like a good opening, they will not immediately pick it up. They are going to be looking for the right moment to activate it. And that's what literally Sanford did.
Jeez.
Good dodge coming out from Nats, JP as well. But they know that eventually they have to wait for the right moment. I mean, Sanford could have activated the Petrify earlier on, but he waited for Light because Light could turn things around. Then found Demon Kite, gets a triple. Smart plays coming out from the members of Echo.
Comfort heroes, man. Power picks from Echo, just really proving that they don't need necessarily a big hero pool. All they need is heroes that they're used to, that they know the ins and outs of, and this is the advantage that they're getting. I mean, Sanford in a 2v1 right now.
Eye for an eye, getting out, Blazing Duet with the Petrify now. Sanford trying to cancel it out. He's bought enough time for the bottom lane for the Lord to come crashing down, and Benny to get a free turret, tier 2. In the mid lane as well, it's going to be Echo. Final slash, whoa, by Sanji there. A bit of a sweep to Natalia.
They caught him. That's an important one. Unfortunately, Echo will not be able to push, and they will be disciplined about this. They know that they can, they already took out all of the outer turrets, and they also forced out the divine defense, holy defense from the turrets. That's the passive of the turrets for the 12-minute mark. So they're
defense, HD.
Yep, the
Like
HD.
the game.
Both are such a nerd.
But that's so good though. Now we finally know what it is. You've been saying it for so long.
What do you call Lord's
Ultimate?
dash?
charge?
The charge.
Oh, the charge?
What is it?
Take a guess.
The holy charge.
It's pretty boring. It's third dash.
Oh my,
Okay.
dude. I'll just call it a charge.
Yeah, the charge sounds better.
Either or, Echo still holding this 8K gold lead in the 11th minute of the game. Despite what we saw in game number 1, this is a very different turnout as to what we saw. Echo really just claiming back control on, I would say, individual performances. From Carl, from Benny, even Sanford making that play. Sanji has been huge as well, and JP has been really good on the Minotaur.
I agree. JP, he's doing a lot for his team. He's defending his marksman, he's giving the vision, he's surviving and baiting the opponents. And most importantly, the setup, specifically the first turtle fight, the 4-man or 3-man Minoan Fury, gave so much of a momentum for Echo to work with, and now they're leading by 8,000. But then again, RSG PH, they have been in this spot before.
The timing on the spatial migration, but now it's a stolen hard card from Sanji. It's literally the San duo.
Wow.
Not the San duo.
Damn.
Takes the light out of RSG.
Exactly, that entire movement, that entire rotation coming in was negated. RSG PH, they were banking on having one member off the board, and it failed them just because of that. Echo now with an uncontested Lord in this 12th minute of the game.
Free Lord just because of one copied hard card coming off Sanji. And now Echo is definitely very comfortable with this game. I'm thinking about like what the comeback is for RSG PH. It still is initiation coming out from Light, damage coming out from Eman. When it comes to their defense though, I'm not entirely convinced about their wave clear. It's not as strong as something like a Barca, Xavier. They do have the Cloud, but they kinda need to get up close and personal. And of course, Aqua's damage as the mage is not as strong as typical mages.
That was a consequence of picking up the
Yes,
Angela in the
that's
mid
right.
lane, right?
That's right.
I don't think they were banking on being on the defense too quickly,
Yep.
but here we are. That range is gonna suffer.
Oh, Nats gets brought back all the way by a final slash from Sanji, but now it's Kaltizi who gets the same treatment all the way inside of the base now, getting the healing as well, getting a good time. But Benny goes in as well for a lot of damage. That's him in his Fury, knocking up Demon Kite, and Benny Cutie on the crossbow. Tang will finish off Nats, and now it's another light in the base. The base is wide open, opened up by the likes of Echo. There's a spatial migration connecting on the 3 right now, as that's a triple kill for Benny. In game number 1, we saw a triple kill and a maniac from RSG. This game, we'll just see a triple, but it's Echo getting back 1-1, equalizing in this series.
The Echoes strike back in game number 2 with a dominant performance, I would say, from the early continues, ladies and gentlemen. Let's head into the drafting phase between both of these teams. Once again, both teams have opted to stay on the same sides.
All right.
Are there any differences? Matilda has been left open.
That's right. Maybe that's going to be the first pick for RSG Philippines. And they also banned out the 1-1.
Need no protection.
All right.
from
So
the
that should be
flame.
Matilda for RSG PH, right?
Matilda, Bruno is also open.
Yeah,
And
but
Faramis. Oh, Faramis is banned. Never mind.
I don't think Bruno is first pick material. But in the absence of the 1-1, or the do you call it van? Never mind. The absence of the 1-1, I think that you go for Bruno.
Yes, I agree. I think the Bruno, especially in this tournament so far, it's the most picked hero, by the way, in MPLI 2023. In group stages, knockout stage may change, as we have seen Bruno kind of fall a bit in the pick
There it
priority.
is.
But it's almost like
There it
this
is.
wolf is as smart as Ocho Gahava. Echo, though, pick up a Guinevere and a Mathilda. Whoa, super hard dive, but good disengage.
Good disengage. And that means that the Bruno might be, reconsidering his slot in this game. Like, imagine, like, having to face that. But that means that the Fredrin is open. And RSG Philippines might be considering getting that. It's a hero that can man the front line so that the Bruno will be a little bit safer. You need a little bit of peel now to go with the Bruno, however. So, what are the heroes that can actually do that for you? Maybe Rafaela, but eventually that will be picked up along the way. So I'm thinking like Fredrin, Martis.
Yeah, I was about to say
First world,
And Valen.
and
All right.
not a single
because I was
worthy
thinking,
foe.
okay, with the Matilda, that's like Matilda equals fast rotations,
FR.
good early game, right? So I was
GEG.
like, how would you try and not negate it, but meet that level, right? And I was thinking
Level
maybe
with it,
Martis,
right? Yep.
Martis and Valentina. I think
Hey.
that's good.
I get where you're getting at. It's like because if you go for the Fredrin, it's way slower.
Uh-huh.
But at least if we go for the Martis, you can be more proactive. Will Echo pick up the Fredrin though? Because
I think so.
they just
Wow.
like it.
I don't know, man. I don't even know if Carl Tizzi actually likes that hero, right? We gotta see for ourselves here. Echo with the final pick in the first.
Sounds like a girl.
It's not
Lilia.
a Fredrin, it's a Lilia.
That's gross. Wave clear. That's gross. Matilda and Lil.
Whoa.
Can't win against that.
It's super
No way.
disgusting, huh?
But that also confirms that the Guinevere is the
Jungler.
jungler, right? So we don't need a Fredrin anymore. Yep, I don't want to play with you anymore. He throws it away,
Just like Andy, man.
like Andy.
Toy Story.
Yep.
I don't think I've watched it.
What? All right. There's.
I am the power.
Man,
of
I'm
light.
actually quite triggered by that, but the Kaja gets
too.
banned out
like,
by Echo.
Rachel, what have you done to yourself?
I mean, I watched AOT.
No,
No,
don't
that's
try
not-
to cover up. All right, no.
Okay, but Ixia gets taken out here by RSG PH, trying to
Yep.
signal that they do want a winning lane for the Bruno. I think a Brody is still available for them to utilize. Maybe Beatrix still an option. What do you
Beatrix,
think?
There's a lot. You can even consider the Clint.
Ah,
I mean, specifically, just exclusively for Echo, sometimes they pick up the carry. So that's also one thing. I'm sure that the Benedetta is the fourth pick now for Echo. They want to take it away from RSG Philippines, from Nat specifically. So RSG Philippines, I think they're better off banning out Claude actually, because it's a win condition hero. But again, there's still a lot more options. The Beatrix, the Clint, heroes that can at least match up with the Bruno. But when it comes to like winning a
Pain
match,
is the proof that I'm
for
still
the big Brody,
alive.
Benedetta for Echo.
I would have killed to see another Ixia
When the
Matilda
body
game, though.
suffers,
Yep, there it
your
is.
team the is spirit
Benedetta.
Benedetta, I mean, they're sticking to it, right? With the Paquito taken off the board, Echo is going to be free to pick up
Exorcist of
the
the dragon
Benedetta,
spirit
which they
here.
were able to control
There
the
it
map
is.
with. But finally, we see
Yu
this.
Zhong.
This is what I was looking for, right? Yu Zhong for
Yep.
RSG.
It's pretty good. And then you go Rafaela if you're RSG, or maybe something like Franco. There's also that Cho, but I think Rafaela could be good. Light is not usually picking up the hero, but overall, like imagine Rafaela plus the Martis, Rafael plus the Bruno, and then you have the supplement. Oh, it's a Florin instead.
Close
Okay,
enough. It's a
close
healer.
Close enough.
Florin, pick up for RSG. It's so weird still, man, seeing light on a Florin.
Yeah, it's-
I just can't. It's not real. Light on Florin isn't real. Meanwhile, light on Florin. Echo, though, they're going for this just
Yeah.
same route as usual for Echo. It's just a goal laner that they're
Time
like
and
no
tide
one,
for
which
no
means they're gonna
Nor
go for
girl.
a Beatrix, a signature Benny Cutie as
Man.
well. We've seen this many times, and I would say this is also the safest pick up against the Bruno, right? You just farm up, and utilize the range of your Renner and Bennett to just match up
Yeah.
in that lane.
But there's the problem I have with it is the presence of the Yu Zhong, right? It's a one hit KO kind of hero against the Beatrix,
Exactly.
but they do have the Mathilda, so maybe they're banking on that fact. They have the protection. It's not like it's an Angela plus the Yu Zhong where even after the healing or the guiding wind, there still is damage. So there's that. So pretty good that we can expect coming out from both teams. I would prefer the Rafaela still, but again, Light on the floor, you probably know something else. No?
Both teams have done their adjustments. Both teams have utilized that short break to find their maximum potential from the drafting phase. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moments away from game number 3 between RSG PH and Echo PH. Into the land of dawn we go.
You can hear the crowd in the MPLI Arena, GBK Basketball Hall. And it's a full house, folks, for game number 3. Both these teams, they're going to have to pull off a lot of crazy plays, some hero plays as well, man, because it's been all about that, Wolf. Even though one team has a lead for the longest time, it's all about making those hero plays happen.
And something like a playing the Yu Zhong, that's a hero that can give you the hero plays, right? But that's even more so for the Benedetta. I think all of the heroes now for, yeah, if we're looking at the members of Echo, or the heroes that they have, it's so much more similar to the previous games where there is a hero play potential for any of their players.
I mean, how does Echo want to utilize their mechanical heroes this time, right? With a lot of healing, global healing, by the way. The reason Sanford and Sanji were able to rotate together technically and put so much pressure on the map earlier was because of the fact of the mobility, firstly, but also the global ultimate from the Angela. Now the Florin. I would say it should be a bit harder to find a global like rotation, a fast rotation with the Florin that's able to help just with a simple tap of the screen.
So in order for me to answer your question, I would assume that maybe this is Beniguti being cracked with his aim, with the runner, with the Wesker, sometimes even the shotgun, right? If they supplement the aggression that they have with long-range damage or their innate reach coming out from the Beatrix, yeah, it could be the way that they finish off our kills. It's like a sweeper. Typically, assassins are sweepers, but in this case, maybe Beatrix will be the sweeper for Echo, the closer for the kills.
I have a concern. With Light on a Florin, what engage tool do they have other than the Yu Zhong?
That's
Feels
about
like-
it. Maybe the
it feels-
Martis, if you think about it, but
Feels
yeah, that's about
lacking.
it.
Is the whole point that they want to wait for the engage from Echo and then peel, wait for the resources to be utilized and then go for the re-engage?
That's why I like the Rafaela better. Because I would take you back to MPLI playoffs where the great Baloyski went for the play for CW and pick him up.
BBB.
With the flicker play, with the big brain Baloy play. So the Florin does not give you that because the stun is just so whatever the opposite of guaranteed is. And,
Not guaranteed.
Yeah.
It's a skill shot, and the stun isn't really that long either,
it's
right?
not that
You can't
long.
really look for big
Yeah, exactly.
moments.
But when it comes to Rafaela, at least you have the flicker and the ultimate play. Which if you think about Light can definitely pull that off, right?
True.
So, the Florian is very defensive on your side. So it's very difficult to answer the question of what else do they get when it comes to engage, because literally there's none. They only have the Martis. That's
Yeah,
about
you're
it.
right. It's more of a follow-up thing. I mean,
Yeah.
technically, Nats is the main initiator at this point with the Black
Yes.
Dragon
Yeah.
form, right? Unless the Bruno wants to step on forward with the help of the blue, maybe he can sustain up. But, man, it's good to see that the fans here are enjoying themselves despite it being a PH finals. We
Yeah.
saw an RRQ fan just earlier. No, not talking about Arashi. Literally, the guy was wearing an RRQ scarf. Shows you that, hey, man, even though he's an RRQ fan, even though RRQ was knocked out in the group stages, he's here to support MLBB. He's an MLBB fan.
I'll tell you one better.
Okay?
There's Aura fans in the building.
Yeah, because Echo is
And they
like
weren't
sister
even-
org.
Yeah, but like,
Are they?
Yeah.
You sure?
Wait, they are.
are
They're
they?
not?
No, I'm just psychic.
Yeah,
No,
no,
they are, they
no,
are.
I'm double guessing
no, they are, I
myself.
think.
What
You got
the-
micro,
Because
dude.
remember the
That's
news
not micro,
about
that's macro.
that player
Actually, yeah.
going here?
Yeah, I
know the
saw
news?
in like, I think there are some leaked like matches where there's an Echo player. I don't know who he is.
Why'd you say
Eterna,
his name?
for some reason, just really likes this player. But
I think that
apparently he's been playing with a lot of the Aura.
I like the
players as
trophy.
well.
if that rumor will eventually come through, I think Rachel will be the happiest person on earth, right?
I just gotta have to say, right, for that
Right.
random Echo player, hide. Be
Yeah.
careful.
Yeah.
There is something very scary in Indonesia. It's not the crowd, not the fans, not the org, it's
You know,
a caster.
I was streaming.
This one right here.
I was
Rachel.
streaming and people were sending me clips of that, like through the
Oh,
donations.
my clip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the
Saying
biggest
that.
threat. To that
It
random.
was like FYP on TikTok.
Yeah.
I was like, bro.
Be careful.
Is that not right? Is that not true? You've seen.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Like I said, like the happiest person on earth will be Rachel when that happens.
Who's Rachel? I'm lucky I don't know her.
Yeah.
It's a
It's the-
random
it's the
girl
fourth
who
myth-
didn't watch
it's
Toy
the fourth
Story.
mythical story.
Yeah.
A random girl that did not watch Toy Story 4. And Toy Story.
I don't
I
know.
In
mean,
general,
imagine
doesn't know Andy.
You do not. How come
Even
you-
she is
Okay, I
tilting
think-
people all the way from Malaysia. Homeboys isn't even playing, but Gideon's tilted.
So I think this is the time where
Okay.
we kind of set aside that issue, right?
Okay.
Why
Okay.
did you? How come you did not know that?
know what?
Toy
Mr.
Story.
Wagner?
No.
Oh.
Why?
Why not? Why are you judging?
We're just asking.
Maybe she just
well,
doesn't
maybe you should invite me to a podcast and I'll answer.
All
like.
right.
Oh, that's a
Well done. Well done.
well done, they say. Okay. Oh man, that was quick, Wolf. Went from like I'm triggered to yeah. Wow, my podcast got. I
I
guess.
have a weakness, dude.
Oh man, MPLI 2023. It's been amazing so far, man, and it's crazy to think that we're already in the grand finals. It
It felt
feels
so
like-
quick.
It really did, right? I mean, so many crazy matches. My standout has still got to be the Zorn outplay and the Maro outplay. The Falcons, Maro Franco.
Oh.
So many, yeah, there were so many memorable moments. I really love that Maro outplay, the 25-0. Imagine
True,
we made
true.
history
That
here.
was more sad to me.
It depends, right? If you're Filipino, you're probably happy.
Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, okay.
That's very
I
true.
get the
yeah, but yeah, the 25-0. That's one memorable. I still can remember the Maro. Him hitting up.
hooks.
And the thing is, he's not even part of the team. Like,
Yeah.
he's a lone player specifically for MPLI. That's how crazy it is. And I interviewed that guy, and he said like he didn't even like he's not even shot calling it anymore. It's just because he's
Owning.
not teammates, their chemistry is not there. But everybody else was hyping him up, and he just based on momentum, he just literally he was saying that he just was guessing all the time, but he was able to hit it.
Now, see, there's two sides like of like wow to that. It's like wow, with no preparation, they were able to perform so well. But then the other wow is like they won against Geek Fam.
Yeah. That's right.
Who should have been one of the tournament favorites from
My pick
Indo.
for number 1.
What?
Hey,
Well.
man.
Hey, man.
Expect the unexpected.
Apparently, they're saving strats for M5.
That's the best excuse, right? I mean,
Best excuse.
last year, whenever a team lost in MPLI as well,
Yeah.
saving strat. But this time, there's no MPLI curse. Look, the 2 teams that made it to the finals
Yep.
are 2 teams who didn't qualify to M5, baby. So no more excuses of the curse now. You can't say, oh, we won MPLI, we got curse. No,
That's
nerd.
true.
You got dominated by RSG and Echo.
What excuse do you have for Bigatron Alpha, though?
Dude, Bigatron Alpha, Aldo just left, right? We're saving
Okay.
Saving strats for season 13, 14.
like for M7, man. All right.
M7.
We're looking ahead. We're looking past M6.
All right.
Biggest
He's been
culprit.
saying the save strats thing since. What was the first comp?
That was a meme.
It was before SBS, right?
It was SBS.
Oh, it started from SBS
yeah.
then.
They were like, oh, it's
Saving
season
strats
12.
for season
sure.
12. And then at season 12, saving strats.
For ISF.
For ISF, you're
Then
right.
ISF was like, oh, for M5. Oh, man. It's a whole lot of saving
Oh,
strats
that's
that
so
we've been
cute.
doing. Oh, wow.
No, I mean earlier. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
cute
but-
too, but
No, I mean, like,
I mean-
she's like, wow. The
Oh.
baby's so cute.
yeah, that's cute. Was she the same one that I saw yesterday?
W Echo fans. Look at that.
Wow.
Like, they have
How
varsities.
old is she? Must be like 2 or 3.
She's right. I mean,
You could
you're asking us.
Why are you
like,
asking Miracle?
so far. I
She's
can't bring my
2, I don't
headset
know.
there. That's so
Okay.
cute to
Does
see like young people
Does she understand?
enjoy Mobile Legends.
Yeah,
well,
yeah, yeah.
start to be exposed to Mobile Legends. What
Bro,
were you
the-
doing at 2?
What was I doing at 2?
I was like in the playground, not at a tournament.
At 2? When you were 2, you were in a...
Yeah.
You learned quick. I was still just, I was learning
That's
how to
it.
walk.
That's probably why she skipped Toy Story. she learned so fast.
5:15, she was casting.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Imagine listening to Ranger Amas for your childhood, right? your first words.
Any
typically-
banchana is your first
Banchana.
words, yeah? That was cool.
Oh my god.
That's so cool though.
What's so
Like
Like your
Ini
first
Bencana?
words being Ini Bencana.
it could be
It's like not
concerning as
mama
well.
or dada, it's Ini Bencana.
That's a very smart baby. Right? It's not dada, mama. Oh,
Ini Bencana.
it's okay if there's no RRQ as long as... Oh.
As long as I'm not watching alone.
Oh,
Oh.
W mans.
W.
Poor Arashi, man.
Bro, you didn't have to. What the heck? What? Why you? What? Why are you roasting Arashi?
Sorry.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh my
Oh my god,
god.
he's not even on the test.
Exactly. He's not even. He can't even. That's not fair. He can't even defend himself. He's just. He has to take it.
I lost it.
Oh man.
Oh man, I hope Asher hears that.
I hope Arashi, I hope Arashi steps back up, because not only did his team get knocked out of the 2 competitions, but he also broke up.
Exactly.
Bro, why are we laughing
You're
at him?
so mean.
Man.
What? You started it. What do you mean
No,
I'm mean?
it's no, because like since yesterday, I saw that people were like, never mind.
Dating, bringing their partner to
Yeah.
MPLI.
Yeah, that.
Arashi would need a lot of Hello Panda
Now
to
that's
recover
somebody
from
that
that one.
Arashi can
Ah.
relate
What does
to.
that mean? What does that mean?
So his love, his
His love life
relationship
broke.
broke. It's done. He broke
Done.
up as well. But
Yeah.
it's okay
Wow.
because he's watching MPLI. Is that just Arashi?
I mean, he was casting MPLI, so
Is that better?
maybe.
I think you're distracted, You're more distracted.
Wolf
think-
knows, man. Wolf would know about these things because he's B-Wolf, Boss Wolf.
But ladies and gentlemen, we are still waiting for this technical pause. Our team is still doing the troubleshooting. We want to remind you that fair play is our utmost priority. We want to give our players and even you guys at home watching and the people here watching at the venue the best experience as possible. So we want to give them a good time because, of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is the grand finals, high stakes here in this 3rd game because as we all know, momentum carries over. So all the little things, it's going to count.
It's going to build up. Small wins build up to big wins. Yo, we got some of the players as well here in
RQ
the
Akira.
building. RQ Akira Seems like they're on the Echo side, by the way, wearing the Echo varsities as well. Oh, let's take a look at this. Player performance, Echo, Sanford. Most pick heroes 7 times picked. The Benedetta.
Oh,
71% win
the
rate.
usual ones?
Has it been banned or has it just not been a part of this hero
Maybe they
pool
just
for
picked
this?
them. How many? So 7 out of the 10 games he played Benedetta?
Wow,
Wow.
that's impressive.
That's 70%.
And fun fact is the most amount of MVPs in MPLI 2023, game MVPs.
Wow. 3 times already. 5 kills and 8 assists. Is this average damage? This is damage per minute, right? 5,000.
Yeah,
90.
could be.
Because it's impossible to just deal 5,000 damage.
It is possible if you're a roamer.
Yeah. No.
Oh, really?
5,000 damage.
Let's
Even
say,
one ultimate, you give already 1,000 late game.
Let's
Is
say
that a new
you're
thing, by the way?
proud ululululu.
Yeah, the ululululu.
I don't.
I have no
But they-
idea.
Is that not a thing? No,
I
right?
don't- maybe
I
that's
don't know.
an
You
Indonesian
should know
thing.
better.
No, no, the answer is no, no. That's
No.
Is that a Filipino
Oh,
trend?
okay. So it's
Yeah,
just a Ranger Mask thing?
That's probably just a Ranger Master.
Okay.
That is Coach Trevor, and his real
Hello,
name is
Coach.
Robert, and Trevor is Robert backwards.
Oh my
Wait.
god, you're right.
Wait,
It
wait,
is.
wait.
Dude, every time I get
Robert.
so, like, the revelation.
Trevor. Oh, yeah.
Because,
T-R-E-V-O-R.
oh man, these nicknames are so cool, right? I mean, the
Yeah.
other day I just asked like a lot of players their names and what
Yeah.
it means. There's so many good meanings to the names.
Yeah.
And then I also like, I wonder what Marky's name is. I wonder how he got
Oh,
Marky.
we got that. Poloisky? Like, how did he come up with that?
How did he come up with Marky?
How did he come up with Marky?
I don't know. It's so confused.
I don't get it.
It's like a very creative name. You know?
Very
What's wrong with
creative name. It's one of the most creative names out there. Your name is Mark Christian Capascio. Okay, my IG is Marky.
Oh.
Nobody would ever think
No
about
one
that.
would ever think about that. Like, Baloyski, like Alan, AJ Baloy.
Oh, what about Greed?
I don't know. I don't know about. Sounds cool though.
It does.
Sounds cool. With
You
the
could ask him.
underscore.
On your podcast.
Yes. I would.
I'm getting on the podcast. What? The podcast train.
It's something about like I think it's a Filipino thing as well to just like turn the name around, right?
Yes, that's right.
Robert, Trevor, Delar, Gerald,
Yes.
right? Like
Raul. I'm Raul. Yeah.
Raul,
Well, Samo.
Samo HT, Thomas.
That's also true. That's also true. I'm thinking about other. There's a lot of cams in the Philippines actually.
I wonder what Nats's real name is.
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel.
Right?
Wow.
That was a
That's
guess.
It's
What a
Nathaniel.
name.
Yeah.
It's like Marky.
That's like Marky. Who else?
All in RSG PH.
Oh.
Seems like we got the RSG PH fans here, the Raiders in the building as well.
Ooh.
Some of the Indonesian Raiders.
That's so cute that they have a lot of fans even in Indo.
I would
W
say though,
fans.
like Indonesians just like Mobile Legends
Yeah.
so much, and esports
Yeah.
in general.
There's no other way to explain a full crowd for PH in both M4 and MPLI.
Exactly.
True.
Exactly.
Other than just enjoy the game, they like watching the best teams. Unfortunately, their teams are not here, but best MLBB equals to good entertainment for them.
Right. Even just the MPL ID playoffs, I found it like really entertaining. Just literally the ground is shaking when people are cheering. It's crazy.
At some points, I can't even hear Arashi and Mirko.
Yeah.
That's why I had to yell real loud when I was casting.
Yes.
Cannot hear.
Really can't.
That's crazy. That's
you know
crazy.
how we were looking at stats about Sanford?
Hmm?
Doesn't he have a nickname, Baby 40?
40. Yeah.
40,
Where did
right?
the baby come
40,
from? Is it
right?
baby 40?
Because he's
I
one of
think
the
it
youngest
was-
ones.
Yeah, I think it was
Oh.
youngest.
They have the
Sanford.
daddy. They have a daddy JP.
Oh, so it's Daddy JP, baby 40.
Baby
I like
40.
that.
What about the other 3 members?
Well, basically,
Well,
he's
they
a
can-
dad,
yeah.
right?
Dad. Yeah.
Oh.
Benny's also a dad now.
Wait, who's a dad?
Benny.
Benny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay, but
Oh
it's
my
okay
god, I
that
see this
Ultra
guy
Ego
every time.
doesn't make it. The Ultra Champs will always be here.
He's literally everywhere. I'm not joking.
Yeah, for Alter
Like at
Ego.
every single tournament, even when there's no Alter Ego. So he's an example.
Here's an example. Alter Ego didn't make it to the playoffs. We saw him in the playoffs. Didn't make it to MPLI. Saw him in MPLI. Even the Aura fans. Oh, but that's because of Echo.
Yeah. But I don't
For
think
sure.
I don't think it's Baby 40 anymore, man.
Why?
I don't know. I think he's been popping off so much. Madly 40. Okay.
Hey, here's a trivia. Do you know that Sanford? No, Nats is younger than Sanford.
What?
Yeah, he won MSC at 15. He was 15 when he won MSC.
Sanford was the youngest.
So he's 6.
Oh no, so Sanford was youngest before, but when Nats came in, yeah, Nats is the youngest. But it's like what, 6 foot almost.
But when did he debut in
Um,
MLBB?
it's an-
Was he? Did he go straight to
MPL.
RSG?
he went for there was an amateur team he's part of the Work Oscar course, which also has Light, Eman. Oh no, not Eman. It also has Light and yeah, some of the other TNC members.
Oh, that's an interesting fact.
Yep.
Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, however, the technical pause has elapsed, so we're going straight into the land of Dawn. 1 minute has elapsed so far, no kills on the board, but it looks like RSG PH holds a small economy lead.
Let's get it back in the game to the land of Dawn. Eman already winning this matchup. As expected against the Beatrix, can only really just farm up, wait for that power spike, and maybe a gank from the team. If we take a look now, earlier we saw a lot of Brave Smites, now we're seeing a lot of QCs.
Yep. Bottom charge, very important for this lineup of RSG PH. They want to run down the members of Echo. They want to get into the backlines and access the Beatrix as soon as possible. There's some upcoming team fights. The fact that you have a stable laning stage for RSG PH, they should be very happy about it. I don't know if they're going to give level 4, or they are trying to give level 4 to Light, which is almost like an Angela where you can activate your ultimate anyways, even if you're late to your positioning.
That makes sense, but they're going to have to sacrifice that clear speed, right? Sanji already rotating towards his bottom side.
Yeah, that dive actually brought Nats into the turret, but now it's an outplay with a petrified Sanford. Foresees that regen right now, able to use that final blow to get out. Meanwhile, Kaltizi wins out the retreat battle into that turtle pit, but now gets caught in the decimation of Demon Kite. Looking for more under the turret. JP gonna fall as well to Demon Kite on the Martis.
2-4-0 trade, but Echo is going to be able to pick up that neutral objective first. However, look at RSG continuously being able to create that domino effect. Sanford going to say no to this, however, but he's got to be careful here. 1v3, Sanji does come, but at the end of the day, RSG PH won't be able to deny or take away that purple buff away from Echo.
Very important win for RSG PH. Despite them losing the turtle, they won the team fight with 2 kills. And this is the win condition for the Martis. And interesting as well is that they shifted the flower to Demon Kite. It was first onto Eman, and then they changed it up. They give it to Demon Kite now. And even in the turtle fight, he did have that flower, so that's the idea from RSG PH. They focus on Demon Kite first and let that Martis snowball.
And he's doing quite well, right? Already 2-0-0 KDA. Looking for some more here, but in terms of levels, it looks like both are quite equal. Kaltizi also at level 6.
Yeah, in-game equipment as well, the Martis. It's almost like when he gets this Martis, it becomes a different player entirely. And we're seeing it again here in game number 3. Fury Hammer built up. Doesn't seem like he wants to go for a full-on Hunter Strike first. He wants to still play it a bit safe despite the first 2 kills. Not in the way he plays the game though, just in the build quality. Kaltizi now with Requiem, able to knock up Demon Kite, and that's going to be another knock up from the Guiding Wind as Benny Cutie comes down to spray him down with an Abuter's Passion. Sanford, the Petrify onto Aqua, no more damage coming through. Nats rotating as well from the bottom side. Kaltizi gets a massive spatial migration onto Eman, and another good shot from downtown. A Renner's Apathy from Benny.
Earlier on, you can already feel that damage coming through. Demon Kite gets taken out, but Wolf, what do you think about the past 4 minutes?
Yeah, well, I was surprised that there were 5 members of Echo in that bush, knowing that Demon Kite wants to take advantage of his snowball potential already. Great read coming out from Echo, parking 5 of their members to shut down Demon Kite. But now, it's ever more important to secure this next turtle.
All right, a circling eagle. The Black Dragon form onto Carl Teasy. Good petrify as well. No Furious Dive used up just yet right now. So waiting for the right time. Carl Teasy jumps in and finds it. Sanji gonna be caught, but has the black shoes. Gets him out to safety. Meanwhile, Sanford in the back going up against 3 members, forcing the Bloom out and forcing RSG PH out as well from this neutral objective contest.
Again, very clean from Carl Teasy, right? Still with the Retribution dubs here, being able to get that second turtle for Echo, and slowly but surely denying away that economy lead that Echo, that RSG, sorry, have built up for themselves. Meanwhile, in this top lane, Eman and Benny QT, how is this? Again, let's take a look at the gold difference.
Okay, so it's just 34 gold, 24 gold for the Bruno, so it's essentially nothing. And that's great recovery coming out from Echo. Putting the right amount of gold in the right heroes. There was a 1,000 gold lead for RSG PH before this, and now they are equalized. I would dare say Echo does have the advantage, especially because Carl Teasy is slowly farming up. When he gets the first item, that should be a very strong Guinevere. I wonder what his first item will be, though. Usually it's a defense item first, like go for Molten Essence and then go for the Starlium Scythe. But he went for the Blade Armor.
Blade Armor. Why do you think he picked up the Blade?
Because they want to be aggressive this time. They literally get in front of Emma, like quickly they rotate into the top lane. Want to make sure that he will not be punished after his jump.
It looks like that's exactly what they're doing here. Already Carl Teasy jumping in.
Looking for a play. Demon Kite just gets out with an easy Mortal Coil. Now it might be a re-engage. And the sun comes in. Sanji able to pop the glooms. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Sanford and Nats going ham in that 1v1. Seems like Nats will be able to walk out of it with a win as he pops the regen and clears the wave out.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we do see that Aqua is taking a very unique approach to this. He's using his ultimate, his IMU, for the black shoes. I thought maybe he would use something a little bit more aggressive, but he goes for his life insurance instead.
Let's see Retreat battle. This time still Carl Teasy. All 3 turtles secured by Echo. RSG PH in the early game only able to find a kill advantage.
RSG PH kind of feeling the fact that they are not having any kind of initiator afterwards. Good thing is Nats actually won the lane. Gets a turret in the bottom lane. They give them a little bit of an advantage, but they did lose on 3 turtles. Still want to be aggressive this time though.
Both are chill. Don't really want to go for anything too crazy. Meanwhile, as I say it, Nats, Furious Dive gets the knockup and gets out. Beautifully done by Nats, despite a heavy initiation. Now it's another Black Dragon form. Nats is back to half, maybe even a quarter right now. Is Nats going to be able to find a Petrify in the Furious Dive? Not able to connect on that Furious Dive, but the passive burns Carl Teasy down. Meanwhile, Sanford doing the same thing into the back line. Light able to flicker around right now. It's eye for an eye. Catches 2. He's looking for one more slash, and he finds it now. It should be him falling, unless he's able to make a miracle play. Dashing into the base. Aqua should follow through very fast. That's a guy who wins! My goodness, and a decimate though from Demon Kite denies the escape from Sanford.
The 1-for-1 trade. Lights for Sanford in this particular exchange for the Roamer and the EXP. Who was it worth it for?
Oh, definitely RSG PH, especially because they also burned Flicker onto JP. And that's only the expense of Light. Light activating the ultimate Bloom. For that was the reason why Nats was able to survive, gets the Furious Dive and gets the knockup as well. RSG PH are well coordinated as a team.
Man, it's so close here. I think one of the main things that I see very different is the fact that Carl Teasy has a level ahead of Demon Kite.
That's 2 main CC onto Eman, knocked up for eternity. Meanwhile now Demon Kite has to use that Mortal Coil just in time. Does get the timing down, but the damage will still come through. Different fashion. Oh my goodness!
No.
Demon Kite with 1 HP, unkillable.
He survives that all that in that 1v3, all that damage coming through. But at this point, unfortunately for RSG PH, Echo, I feel like now they're ahead.
Yes.
Benedetta going to be able to get that tower on the top side. Carl Teasy has a 2-level lead, now a 1-level lead. But Carl Teasy is very close to that level 13 point.
Most specifically, Benegit is farming uncontestedly for the past few minutes. They even helped him get a kill up top, and then eventually onto the bottom lane. So a lot of farm on the Beatrix for sure. And they're baiting Echo. This is actually what you wanted to do against RSG's lineup. RSG's composition are very all in. They don't want to bait. They want to commit to a kill. And that is how Echo is approaching this. They're utilizing JP to poke and prod RSG PH.
That's a Black Dragon form from Nats. Trying to find an opening in this team fight. Meanwhile, Sanford up top, going for the clear, going for the cut. And maybe possibly a split push. JP going to be caught in that furious dive of the Petrified. Naz on point. Sets off perfectly for Demon Kite to look for it. But now the facial migration connects onto the back. Still able to survive. But Nats again with the help of Aqua. Just takes him down. Now it's Sanji running away. But Nats is able to pop in that black shoes, helping Sanji get out. But now it's going to be Sanford with the help of Benny. Demon Kite diving back to the turret. Not able to really go for anything else here, though. It's going to be Sanford, unless one Mortal Coil gets out. Aqua is there, but Sanford is bigger. It's Echo with another big win in this trade, just with Sanford. No, Aqua takes him down.
What in the world?
Beautiful team fighting for both teams, but most specifically Nats. What a god in this Yu Zhong. Eventually dies, but his timing on the Petrify. Carltese tried to wait for that. And because Carltese was waiting for the Petrify before he went out, he actually got poked so much and it was put so low. In the end, he was petrified during the Retri battle. And that was going to be Demon Kite securing the Lord and a couple of kills. RSG PH are at a different level, and that's once again. It's Nats Entertainment, everyone.
I wanted to see this, right? I wanted to see him on a hero that is active, that can unlock this potential, and finally we get to see it. Carltese, though, goes in for the jump, is able to get away out of that, but Amon will pick it up.
Oh, Nats! What an initiation, this time onto Benny. Just some zoning from Nats. My goodness, though. Now Sanford with the Petrify, and a final blow onto the Requiem, and a spatial migration, the Wombo happening right after a Wombo from Nats. Plays after plays.
I don't know if Nats actually made a mistake, like going down to the Dragonite form. But that spelled the doom for RSG PH. It was a very nice jump already. But he prematurely ended his ultimate. And that gave the go signal for Echo to dive.
Oh, Sanford, though. Needs to be careful with the magic damage coming out from Aqua, especially now that he's already picked up that lightning punch. He's going to be able to help him in terms of movement speed, but JP goes in deep.
Circling Eagle just to zone RSG away, but now he is actually in a bad spot. Guiding Wind, oh, hit the wall. Now it's Aqua. Dashing forward, looking for the Terrify. Good backup from the rest of Echo. Super high caliber gameplay.
Viva Bruno does have a little bit more items compared to Benicudi, but one thing that's special about Benicudi is that he has the Wind of Nature now. Sanji might be run over. No, not be the case. Target is Carl or the purple buff. Who gets it?
Iman.
Okay. A very more important target. Can Sanford get out? Yes, he will.
This game has gotten so action-packed for the past few minutes. Like earlier on, it was really passive, and then everything starts to unfold with both of these teams looking for aggressive plays on one another. In terms of items, there were 2 NODs for Echo. Is that full respect over to Nats and just Light alone?
It's very important, yes. That's her question, yes. And I think that there's a lot of value in that for sure. Because there's a lot of, yeah, obviously RSG PH wants to commit with their ultimate because they have the Yu Zhong. But at the same time, they have a lot of heal too.
That's flying by. JP does the same with the Circling Eagle onto Light, just to try to open up some of the space. Meanwhile, Benny, the Guerrilla Warfare strat, now Carltese jumps in the midst of it all, jumps in and gets out, but not for long. Nats burns him down with that passive and even zones Benny away. Now it's Sanford who jumps into the back, but Demon Kite is still as on point as ever. Finds another. Now it's Sanji caught, and in the midst of it all, it's a triple for Iman on the Bruno.
Again, it's the Yu Zhong, and commitments coming up from RSG PH. Benicudi wants to salvage his team, but he gets stunned up. Flicker out.
Can he outplay this?
I don't think...
Does Demon Kite want to go for the chase around the Land of Dawn? Benicudi, can he make his way out? He goes in for a new item.
I think he's just stopping the recall.
I think he can win this as well.
I think he's just stopping the recall because they were going for the end.
The base is wide open, and with everything down there, they should be able to end to take game 2. Super aggressive. RSG PH picks up match point.
Championship point. Ladies and gentlemen, now for RSG Philippines. Man, in that last Lord dance, I was like, okay, Echo, game numero 4. Echo and RSG PH finally have opted to go for the opposite sides. It's now Echo on the blue side, RSG on the red. And here are the bands coming through.
Do you take the Martis now if you're RSG? Well, you can do it for their third pick, I think. It's much better if they pick up something like a Valentina. I'd say a Valentina plus perhaps the 1-1? Oh no, it's banned out.
Uh-oh.
What else is open?
Paramis. What's the Paramis?
It's open.
Oh yeah, Matilda.
Valentina Arlet, perhaps, for RCPH. Oh no, they
What about
cannot get the
Fredrin?
Arlet. Yeah, the Fredrin, you're right. Or the Martis. Because they love the Martis. So far, that has been their choice. So I think Guinevere Martis should be the opening for RSGPH. Or Gwyn Valentina.
I didn't cure the pain.
It's going to be the Valentina and the Martis
Alright.
for RSG. As long as they get Martis on Demon Kite, it should be all good. So far, that's been the case, right?
Yes.
Game number 1 and then game number 3. So is it the final game?
Oh, bad to find out. I think you're better off with something like a Lancelot actually for Echo, or maybe a Fredrin. So, or Baksha is actually open for Echo to use.
You know what else is open?
What else?
Fredrin.
The Fredrin, yeah. I think it's Fredrin for Echo. Then they will combo it up with maybe a Claude. They want to make sure that they have a hero that can win them the games.
I've been raising my children.
Win carry. Man,
Why carry?
it's just a Benny Cutie special. They just know the hero so much.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's their anti-front to back. And that's an easy Claude pickup coming out from RSG PH.
How does Claude and carry look like in the laning phase?
I think Claude just because of the BMI. And I mean, no. Carry kind of wins it. Claude can dodge.
Yeah.
Claude can sustain at least.
Yeah.
Claude will not win the matchup, but at least it will not lose.
True.
Yeah.
Especially Claude users. The thing about Claude is, even in bad matchups, it all comes down to a skill issue. Right? For Claudes, you can actually win bad matchups because
Yeah.
that's just how the hero is kind of
I
like
would
made,
rather
the playstyle.
betray the
It's still very
world
hard for you to
than
win,
let
but if
the
you
world
are
betray
that good
me.
on the Claude, you should be able to win it against the carry. Like we mentioned, carry does have a good time, but
Yeah.
it's all about how the Claude dodges
Yeah.
around, utilizes the BMI to actually create maybe different
When the body
angles to
suffers,
attack the farm,
your
etc.
team
Yu Zhong and
is
Bene, though,
blooms.
we just said it earlier. We want to see it again. No,
Yeah.
they both don't want to see this again.
Wait, do you not think this is interesting? Because like RSG's the one to ban Yuzong, and then
Yeah.
Echo's the ones to
Exactly,
ban
their hero.
Vendetta.
It's so weird, right? So is it Paquito?
Hey,
No, it's Farsa. So I think RCPH are eyeing for a Paquito. But I do feel that there is something in there that they will try the Khalid as their last pickup because it's a carry. I mean, carry can easily take out the Khalid, like even in the
You're right.
quicksand guard, but it's a burst that carry might not be able to run away from.
Exactly. I think you're right, especially lane dominance is also one of the key reasons as to why you go for the Khalid.
But can't carry pick up Purify?
He can. Can go for the Purify, goes to the Purify, uses it, but then again, a lot of the other catch, he won't be able to dodge away from, right? Remember, there's more than just that Khalid. If it gets picked, the Angela, though, will be respected over by Echo. We don't want to see RSG on that hero.
Yeah.
And now, it's the first pick in the second phase.
I think you pick a roamer now for RSG so that you keep your EXP when it comes to like adjustment. Like you can pick up Paquito or Khalid depending on your choice. But what is your light hero in this case? Like oh, they pick up Paquito. All right.
So no Khalid.
Ooh, no Khalid. Echo can pick that up, I guess.
Huh.
But they can go.
Why can't they go Terizla?
Yeah, the Teresa is good. But
Against the Claude Martis, though.
if there's no Valentina that can
Yeah,
pick up
exactly.
a penalty zone, I
The
think
first three
Phoveus
picks.
actually for Echo.
Yeah, the Phoveus makes sense, right? All four of the heroes that RGPH have picked for themselves can have a Demonic Force
Yeah.
proc. BMI, the dashes from Paquito, dashes from Valentina, and the Mortal Coil from the Martis. Also, maybe the Arlet could actually just come out as well, right?
Yeah,
a good
that's
choice
right.
to go for. Thing is, you do give that big ult to Valentina as well.
Yes. But what are your Sanji hero? Like
Among the
rises
planes
when I give the
exists
word.
the equilibrium
And
Oh.
Khalid.
which
Yeah.
I
They
was
do
made
pick it up.
for.
They do. A big pick here, a good lane hero that transitions over to the rest of the map as well, as long as he's able to get a snowball, very similarly to a Martis. They're fighting fire with fire this time around. They know that they have been winning the neutral objective battles, but they've just been losing in team fights.
Yes. I'm thinking about like something like a Digi actually for RSG PH for them to save themselves. Also the Rafaela, like any kind of support.
I am the power
No,
of
it's
light.
not like it's a Kaja. Well, it's a suppress, at least. They're gonna make it a nuisance. Do they actually have... The only burst that I'm thinking about is their Paquito, right? Because typically, you wanna have a burst hero with the Kaja. Valentina is not necessarily that kind of hero.
But we've seen it work with the Martis Decimation.
That's also true.
With this ultimate, there's a layer of probability there. It doesn't. It's not as great as like a Kaja Wanwan, for example, right? Or a Kaja Beatrix,
That's right.
who's a little bit more bursty, but it could work. RSG, though, in these team fights, I'm a bit concerned with what they can do. What can the Valentina pick up here? I guess she still can take the real-world manipulation as well from the Eve. There are options for the Valentina from the side of RSG.
Yeah.
But here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Championship point. If RSG can take another point under the nose of Echo, then we have our new MPLI 2023 champions. Let's head into the Land of Dawn for game number 4. Echo versus RSG.
There's the rotation now. Oh, I'm not... I want to see where Light... Surely what happens.
EXP thing?
Yeah, the EXP thing. Once again, no, it's not. It's not the case. It's actually... Oh, he's defending against JP because JP wanted to go for a little bit of an invade or a little bit of a delay onto Demon Kite. And it's apparently not clearing out the way faster compared to Sanford.
It looks like Echo is starting to adjust to that rotation, right?
Yeah, it's like so.
Here as well, though, JP just walks up. Demon Kite still able to pick up that lethal Wanderer on the Martis. So much pressure early game by RSG in this XP lane. Even Light rotating again, baiting Sanford in. That's with a good shot back, and Sanford is down to half. Another win. These small wins build up, man, for RSG.
So we see a very peculiar drafting for both Echo and RSG. Overall, as a guideline to what we're going to expect, what can we expect in the mid? Maybe from, let's start with early, mid, and then late game.
So like the first few turtles of the game, I would say Echo should be having the easier time. I think that their heroes are more built into the early stages. This RSG PH, they're so dependent on Light, and they did adjust. That's the EXP lane rotation coming out from Light, punished duly by Carl TZ.
So patient. Carl TZ was waiting there for a while for that to happen. Like you said, the adaptation from Echo this time around, and it sets up quite well for the next neutral objective. Is the first turtle of the game spawning in the bottom side. JP opening up the map, knowing where Demon Kite is. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Light needs to be careful here. Gets poked down, and Carl TZ is there to provide some more help to clear out this wave in the mid lane. Sanji, level 4 as well.
Here it is, the first turtle dance for the past few turtles. Oh, Sanford gets caught really low, gonna be able to heal up.
Well played, Nats, actually. Poking out that Khalid forcing the second skill already. Quick sand guard. How easy dodged by Nats. First team with Kite, he's level 5.
Oh, Nats jumps in very deep, actually out of the real world manipulation onto Carl TZ. Sanford forced to use the Raging Storm defensively, and now Carl TZ is going to be ran down by the likes of RSG. Under the turret, Nats picks up a big knockout with a jab. Conflated Divine Judgment brings Sanford back. It's 3 kills over to RSG early on.
See, they didn't even need to go for that engage typically, because like you mentioned, right before that they went in for the engage, Demon Kite hit level 5 first. So in that particular regard, he should have had a little bit more to say with the neutral objective contest, but they were still able to win that the entire way.
There's many factors should be considered in that case. For example, Nats slowing down Sanford. Then eventually, he forced the Raging Sandstorm with the help of Aqua. Aqua copied the Circling Eagle. So together with Aqua, Nats was able to force the Raging Sandstorm out. So that's a massive play, because it's, technically speaking, you don't have another player in there because the Khalid is a non-factor in that team fight. Then when the Eve activated his ultimate, that was a Sanji, all they did was to get out of the real-world manipulation. And it's not even a mistake coming out from Echo. It's that RSG just were faster when it comes to rotating, faster when it comes to clearing the way, faster when it comes to getting into level 4 and level 5 eventually. So, well played coming up from RSG.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are heading into a technical pause. And I'm sorry for asking you a really long question early on, Wolf. I was really, I know you know these things, and I was really curious as to, what can we expect in the early game, in the mid game to the late game. But in the early game, I think, as you mentioned, I think Echo adjusted really well, but they still won that team fight.
Exactly.
So.
I mean, I just said like Echo should be winning the first turtle fights, but because of that kind of play, I mean, as a unit, 4 versus 4, it's easy for Echo to win that. But like I said, RSG denied that factor. They literally shut down one hero. And that's Nats together with Aqua, making it so that the Khalid was a non-factor that game.
The fact that Sanford's already kind of shut down in the early stage, if he doesn't find another kill to get back even in this lane that he's already struggling in, by the way, it might spell the end of Echo in MPLI 2023. Despite their unstoppable run in the upper brackets, it might be the resurgence that gets them down.
That's a scary thing about picking a Khalid, yeah? You need to build up a snowball. Like, everyone knows that you're a really strong laner.
Yeah.
You're right, it's like the Martis, very similar, but in the EXP lane. Everyone knows you're a really strong laner. Oh, come on!
-1 Yaoi
Come on!
from the fans here in the building. Do you agree? -1 Yaoi, is that their issue?
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Well, if he's saying that there's no Yaoi, well, yeah, I agree.
there's no
Yaoi's
Yaoi.
not here. JP.
And there's another, Naps tier S.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Ken?
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 Ken.
Passable.
Bisa?
Bisa.
What's
Yeah.
Ken in Tagalog?
Pwede.
What?
Kaya. Kaya.
Aya?
Kaya.
Kaya.
Kaya is rich in Indo. Just like you, Wolf. Rich.
I think Wolf feels a bit pressured for messing up the Tagalog up because I saw in the comments, people were like, Wolf, you might as well just be Indonesian. You don't know your Tagalog.
He knows a lot of Indonesian words now.
That's why.
He's been hanging out.
We're challenging
with,
his nationality now.
Yeah. We've claimed you, Wolf. Welcome to Indo. Yes.
Because I think yesterday someone asked him, what's happy birthday in Tagalog? And then he was
Tagalog.
like, Tagalog, sorry, Tagalog. And then he was like, happy birthday.
This is literally. Or you can
But
say maligayang pagbati, but
I think it's that.
It's that, but it's not literally happy birthday.
What is it? What does it
Maligayang
really mean?
pagbati is more like a... Maligaya is like happy. Pagbati is like a
Birthday.
celebration.
Oh.
No, like happy celebration. Or, yeah, happy celebration.
So like, congratulations? Happy
Yeah.
celebration?
You can say that, but they use it for...
Birthdays.
They use it for birthdays.
Do they use it in any other context?
I think so. Like
If you win a tournament, is
Yeah.
that
you say congratulations.
so it's just English.
Yeah.
Some of it just
Also,
English.
yeah, I mean, like, for example, when you, yeah, a lot of people like ask me like, what's the Tagalog for this or that Tagalog for this? Sometimes you just say like English.
We're having an interaction. The Indo
What's
desk just
going
called
on?
me out. Just yelled, "Hello, Mirko." I was like, wait, was I getting called out or something? I had to look over there and they
I
were
couldn't hear.
yelling.
Yeah, they couldn't hear us. I wonder what they're talking about. What are they talking about?
I don't know. They're just calling us out. What's up? We're just saying hi. We're just saying hi.
Uh,
Hi, back and
Hello.
forth. Indo and English broadcast.
We're
in
just
the sync.
acting like. As
You know
if
what would be
we're-
crazy if both the
What?
speakers turned on here for English and Indo.
And
It'll
then
be
we
so
could talk.
chaotic.
That would be so fun.
It'll be so chaotic.
Imagine like 6 casters screaming at each other.
With
Imagine
different
Ranger,
languages.
Amash, and
In
Cornet
different languages.
in different. You're right.
What if the left side is English, the right side is Bahasa?
And then in the middle, it's Tagalog. Like
That's
we
so
have
weird.
Manjin randomly in the...
Yeah. Shout out to
Yeah,
Manji.
why is Manjin not here? Isn't he like always there in international tournaments?
Yeah, I think it's not essentially welcome in Jakarta anymore. Right?
You know, funnily enough, we actually call him the. He actually looks like He looks like one of our men.
What?
He actually has similar looks to one of like the content creator in Indo.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to
That-
think of.
But Ken.
I
Yeah.
think it is Buchanan.
Is it Buken?
Yeah,
I think
it is.
so. I think so. Yeah.
Oh,
Like a lot of people
Yeah,
call
actually-
him the Filipino Brandon Kent.
yeah.
And Brandon Kent is an RQ fan. And you know
Yeah,
the
I
whole
saw that.
opening for MPLPH, he had his
Exactly.
RQ jersey and everything, so
Yeah, I
it's
saw
really
that.
funny.
Yeah,
But
I saw
yeah,
that.
a lot of people, I don't think some people hate him, but most people are like, this guy's fun.
No, people don't hate him.
Some people hate him. Some people hate me.
No.
Some people hate Wolf.
Yeah.
It's
Some
more
people
like-
hate RQ and Echo and RSG
It's
and
more like
BTR.
But nobody
the
hates Rachel.
rivalry, right?
Nobody hates Rachel.
Nobody
That's-
knows Rachel.
They only know Eterna.
That's also true.
I think it's just the budding rivalry, the typical rivalry happening between the Philippines and
And Indo, yeah,
Indonesia.
yeah, yeah.
which is quite funny because I don't see Indonesia top 4.
Well, we did see Indonesia top 1. Let me see.
It's funny how the
Yeah.
Indonesians said that and then the Filipino defended.
Who says I'm Filipino now?
All
I
right.
think it's okay to say it about. It's like the theory that we had backstage.
No, that's wrong.
That's
I mean,
No?
I just randomly chose 2 teams and it turned out to be Echo versus Onyx and I lost my social media.
You did.
I take full credit for Onyx winning MSC. That was my draw. Me and LaFell.
Congratulations.
Yo, thank you.
Looking at Oh My Venus of RSG.
What?
Oh, you did not see her. The manager.
Oh, it's Lexi. Yeah. She
Huh?
does
Why?
look like, oh my Venus. The manager of RSG.
This
This manager of
Mitch,
Echo.
manager of Echo. And if you want to
RSG.
know her story, watch my podcast.
Oh, dude. I swear to
Again.
God. Wolf,
was
you're
so
lucky I'm not
smooth.
next to you, man.
I'm happy to like slide back. Here you go. I'll give you some space.
Oh.
Oh, it looks like the players are playing
Whoa.
again.
The drums.
The Hello Panda.
The Hello Panda. Look at that. An Evos fan and a BTR fan in the building.
Oh, I actually don't mind a bite of Hello Panda right now.
I have a question. Do they have different drum beats for
Huh?
each team?
Oh,
Where is that guy? Where is that guy?
where is he?
Where? Where is that
It
guy?
says he wants to take a picture with Mirko, but he keeps failing.
Look at the
Okay,
camera.
I will take a picture with him tomorrow. I mean today, or later,
No, you
right
have
after
to do
this.
it
We'll take a
now.
picture. Huh?
You have to do it now.
Do
Where
it
is
now?
he?
Do we just take it out? Where is he?
I have no idea.
Where is he?
Let him come here.
What is that?
Or maybe after.
It went from a guy who wanted to take a picture with me to Ranger Amas just getting roasted.
What did they say?
What did she say about
Bang
Ranger?
Oji, it's fine that you're alone.
He can be with Arashi. It's okay.
Oh, you're right. Look at Ranger Amas
Hello, Ranger Mas.
enjoying the view.
Saying ini bencana.
All right, where's the guy? Where's the guy? I'll take
I
a
don't
picture
know.
with him.
Where is
exactly.
he sitting?
I'll take a picture with that guy. Where is he?
No.
Is that the guy over there?
Okay. I think we have to get back to the land of dawn.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, back into the land of dawn. 4 minutes has elapsed, and it looks like RSG gonna go for a rotation up top, Light in particular, helping a man out in his lane.
Like what did, you can see RSG with Nats. I think he got, yeah, he was able to get the cart and he did not get the second one. Good job, Sanford, just, zoning out Nats. And of course, there's a little bit of help from Carl KZ back there.
Amon, first item DHS. He already has that secured in his pocket right now. Corrosion Siphon for the carry. But RSG still has that 1k gold lead.
You can see that Eman is different from other marksmen, where other marksmen will even skip the boots or sometimes go for just bare brown boots and then go for the DHS or something like Golden Staff or whatever itemization you have for farming. Eman is he's patient enough that he will complete the warrior boots so that he will have the right amount of defense. Then he goes for the Demon Hunter sword. Eman is not on a rush, you know? He's that kind of player.
All right, down below. A little bit of a trade in lane already. Wow, a full initiation with a flicker as well, but RSG react to it. My goodness! It's a re-engage from RSG, a masterfully played team fight. They pull back right on time.
That's 3 members from Echo taken out just like that in team fight. And they're gonna take control of that turtle there. Mid lane already pushed in. Light goes in for a concealed play onto Sanji, I think. Does he get him? He gets him.
Wow,
Aqua just copied a real-world manipulation and made it better compared to Echo. Wait, he does have a lot more items compared to, or a lot more farm compared to Sanji. And he was able to slow down the members of Echo and hold them down together in a box. And Eman just popped the ultimate. Didn't even have to use his Purify because everybody from Echo just struggled from the real-world manipulation. The Eve pickup coming in from Echo. Now, you can even think about it. Maybe it's more of a liability than it is a good thing for Echo.
Trying to backfire, but meanwhile on top side.
Blazing duet, the Divine Judgment to
Oh,
drag
no.
Benny back to Eman's range. Killing spree for Eman. This is a Claude in the early game with 3 kills.
The resurgence theory is certainly starting to look even more real in the first 6 minutes of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, and it's so peculiar as Kaltizi goes in.
That's a
Raging
combo.
Storm coming out on Demon Kind now with the Mortal Coil turning it around once again. The CC is there and the Decimate as well. As Nats is the one who knocks him out in the end. Echo now more than on the back foot. They're just running for the hills.
Imagine utilizing all of your ultimates. Requiem, you have the real-world manipulation and the Raging Sandstorm still not able to take out Demon Kite. And then Demon Kite turns it around. Retribution used, as well as Nats being in there. In RSG PH, you can really feel the economic difference between these two teams.
It's so crazy to see the outcome. Like right now here, Aqua going in very deep, gonna take that ultimate away once again. The real world manipulation gonna be in the hands of Aqua, and it's so peculiar because his first item was NOD. He didn't go in for a quote-unquote offensive magic item. He respected the regeneration coming in from JP and the rest of the members, yet that's the outcome that he's able to have. And that's comparison to Santi, who already has the Ice Queen's wand.
RSG PH, they just woke up today better than Echo. And the momentum that they brought from for series number 1.
Light gonna be poked down there, but Demon Kind now goes in, and that's gonna be Aqua again with a real world manipulation to lock them down for the rest of the team to collapse. It's Nats in the back, aiming for Benny, and he gets the damage done. It's Demon Kite with a double. Now one more, it's a triple from Demon Kite.
Oh my god! This should be it! I mean, for sure, they might not be able to end it literally right now, but they have a straight-up chance to do so. They're feeling it. They're gonna be respecting Echo for sure because of the holy defense still available for the inhibitors of Echo.
Guys, it's only been 8 minutes and RSG has a 10K gold lead.
Wow. They're beating the clock at this point, right? Not just the game, not just Echo. Kaltizi gets the purple buff. But that's it.
And even Eman is just very comfortable now. He still steals the orange buff that should be for Kaltizi, who's just level 10 at this point. Even Light is almost level 10. That's how ahead RSG PH is.
This is revenge. RSG, they're looking for blood. Remember, it was Echo to send RSG down in MPLPH, not even send them down, knock them out. And they're coming back with a vengeance. Kaltizi though.
Facial migration with now the help of the Raging Sandstorm. It's gonna be Iman with a blazing duet. My goodness. Shreds them down. Sanford jumping in, but Iman with another outplay, and it's Demon Kite who capitalizes. Walks them down in the base. And now it's RSG who are looking for the end. That's another cancel on the Kaltizi's facial migration.
No way. No way. They can't do it here, right? They can't end here, right? Right?
They have Sanji, so maybe that is something that RCPH is respecting. They don't need to. They have a Claude. Claude is great in the late game. And unfortunately for Echo, they went for this carry. And carry is supposed to win the early stages. Khalid is also meant to win the early stages of the game. There's not much comeback coming up from Echo, but we've seen this before. And Echo might be able to pull off a miracle, but at this point, RCPH are very comfortable with this economic lead.
The Blitz of the Lord, just like that, going to fall uncontested for RSG PH. A 13K gold lead, almost breaking a record. We're close. I think the record was 16K. That was the record.
It was 25-0.
Where the
was the
25
record.
is just so difficult to beat
Ooh.
right now. And it was even RSG Philippines that did it.
Now we're back here against Echo. But that's the thing, right? I mean, we were talking about like the lanes and how everything was supposed to pan out in the early game, the laning phase, but RSG PH, they pulled the pedal to make that a non-factor. And they're munching on these turrets. They're falling down like flies. RSG PH, they have a Lord in the mid side. Does Echo have enough time to readjust?
Let's see. This might be the final push of the game. Nats now right there, baiting out Sanford Light, getting his Divine Judgment and locking him down. Nats diving deep, now gets shut down with bases wide open, and Resurgence! The Resurgence has happened for the Philippines and mainly for RSG PH, the champions of MPLI 2023.
They were once the conquerors of Southeast Asia. And here at MPLI, they top the ranks in their group stage. Knocked down by AP Bren into the lower bracket, where they silenced the dreams of our two dark horses. See you soon from Cambodia and Homeboys from Malaysia.